This is our trial parent stock. They just started laying. This is their first egg. And today we are picking their first egg. I want to use this video to tell you 10 things you need to know about broiler parent stock. It is the joy and happiness of every poultry farmer to breed his own day-old chicks, hatch the eggs in his farm and have the day-old chicks by himself from his farm. I don't think there's any farmer you ask, do you want to hatch your own day-old broilers, that will say no. Everyone wants to hatch his own. In this video, I want to reveal to you 20 things you must know about broiler parent stocks before starting a poultry farm. Are you a poultry farmer? Do you have interest in hatching your own either broiler day-old chicks or layers chicks? Which of them do you want to go into? Many poultry farmers have gone into breeding day-old chicks without knowing anything about the parent stocks management, day-old hatching, incubator and incubating business. You need to know about this before you go into the business. You need to know that broiler parent stock, that is breeders chicken, are specially selected birds that produce fertile eggs used to hatch commercial broiler chicks. You need to know that parent stocks birds reach sexual maturity at about 22 to 24 weeks of age before they begin producing fertile eggs. You need to know that parent stocks hens produce about 5 to 6 fertile eggs per week under good management and care. That they lay approximately 22 to 26 fertile eggs per month. That a well-managed breeder hen produces about 160 to 180 fertile eggs per year, depending on the breed and production cycle. You need to also know that the productive laying period usually lasts 40 to 45 weeks, after which egg production declines. And once it declines, you don't need to continue using them because they will continue eating or consuming their profit. You need to know that the average lifespan of a broiler parent stock bird is about 60 to 70 weeks. That is 14 to 16 months. In commercial production, before cooling is either you sell them out or you slaughter them for meat. You need to know that fertility depends on maintaining the correct male to female ratio, usually a rooster to 8 to 10 hens. You need to know that parent stocks birds require restricted feeding to prevent excessive body weight, which reduces fertility and hatchability. The way you feed the table meat broiler is not the same way you feed broiler parent stocks. They are different breed, they are different purpose birds entirely. You need to know that proper body weight at every stage is essential for achieving high egg production and good hatchability. You need to know also that broiler breeders hen requires a higher level of vitamin, minerals, calcium, phosphorus, and protein than ordinary birds, than ordinary table meat birds or egg-laying birds. You need to know that eggs should be collected several times daily to reduce contamination and improve hatchability. As a broiler breeder, you need to know that fertile eggs should ideally be set in the incubator within 7 days of collection for maximum hatchability. You don't need to overkeep your birds out. You don't need to keep them for 3-4 weeks before putting them inside the incubator. Most of them will be contaminated. Most of them will start forming, and at this time they may even spoil. You need to know that the incubation period for broiler breeder eggs is 21 days. Once they are good, you store them in the incubator. Under 21 days, you have your day-old broiler chicks. You also need to know that good biosecurity, vaccination, and disease control are essential because diseases can reduce fertility, hatchability, and at the same time, chick quality. Most times you get paralyzed chicks, you get chicks that cannot walk, you get chicks that cannot see, you get deformed chicks if the egg is contaminated or the parent stock breeder is infected. Most times you can even supply 100 eggs for hatching. You only hatch 2 or 3 because if the parent stock that is laying the eggs are sick, it is approximately that they will not get good chicks. It is also assumed that they may not even hatch. Good biosecurity vaccination is very important. You must follow strict biosecurity and vaccination procedure. You don't need to keep local birds in your breeder's farm. Birds that go outside in the bush, eat in the bush, come back in the night and come and sleep with the broiler's parent stock in the same farm. There are viral infections that move on air. Once they contact it, and they will spray it within the farm, and once they contact it and spray it in the farm, they that disseminate that infect others will still live. They will not die, but the ones that are agric one, the one you're taking care of in your farm, will start dying one after the other. That's what parent stock is all about. Adequate biosecurity and vaccination is very important. The birds must be fully vaccinated from day one till when they start laying. And even when they continue laying, you still vaccinate them. Keep the vaccination strict. No birds should be seen, no local birds should be seen around your farm at all. And the management should be careful. That's the one we talk about biosecurity measures. It's not the same slippers you wear, the same foot, or the same shoe you wear to your market. You come back and still jump into the farm with the same shoe. That shoe must have picked some bacteria along the way, and you go and match inside the farm. Your chicks will be infected also. You don't go and bring a Okada man to come and take care of to be a manager of a breeder farm, or you go and bring one carpenter, the carpenter that roof the roof of your poultry house, come and make him the manager because he was too cheap for you to acquire. If you're going into breeder stock, you must make sure you use an expert, one who knows about biosecurity and vaccination, one who knows about poultry health, so that your birds will not be infected. If they're infected, you lose all those birds. And when you're selling the birds, you cannot sell them the same amount of money you buy them as breeder stock. Breeder stocks are very expensive than ordinary table meat, and they are scarce to see. They are not very common. Artificial lighting is used to maintain 14 to 16 hours of light per day during the laying period to sustain egg production. You need to know this. You also need to know that broiler parent stocks are not raised for meat production. Their primary purpose is to produce fertile eggs for hatcheries. They'll hatch it into day-old chicks. They are special breed of bird. They are specially raised. They are properly taken care of. It's not ordinary bird. It's not ordinary poultry and broiler you go and buy from the market. You go and buy from the cage that is fully infected with different viral and bacterial infections. You go and put it in your farm for them to come and lay egg for you to hatch. If they are human beings, they are infected. That's why you see either they give birth to dump or cripple. The last and not the least, proper management of nutrition, lighting, mating, housing, health, and egg handling is very important in breeders' farm. Determine the number of eggs they lay, to determine the health of the old chicks they hatch, and at the same time determine the profitability and breeders' farm management success. All this you need to know before you start buying incubator, and before you start, even if you buy you can still buy incubator and keep, but before you go into breeder stock, you need to know all these 20 points I have given to you here. Do you want to go into layers breeders. Watch the next video. I'm going to give you tips you need to know before going into layers breeders. Some are asking me questions. How I want to go into layers farm, layers breeding. How can I breed my own layers? How do I get the egg? How do I get this? Let me know on the comment section. If you want to go into breeders farm, you can still get training from us. We can give you the training. You pay for a training. Everything is not free. Free, cheap food. They stop the tombele. Cheap food, they tombele. Not everything cheap, free. No. If you want to go into breeders farm, train your workers to breeders management. Don't go and use cheap labor market workers, those that will collect 50,000 in a month or 20,000 in a month. Then you feel that you can get the best result from them. It's not possible. It's difficult to get that kind of result. Or you go and make your brother because you are in one country in Europe. Don't want to employ good qualified workers. You go use your brother, your younger brother, to make him manager of a farm, who is not even trained in poultry management, to make him manager, and you feel that you can get good results. It may be difficult for you. It's not possible. Get professionals to manage your farms, and you get professional profit. Thank you for watching. Let's share the video. Happy birthday to me in this month of July, and we have our bonus throughout the month of July. Let's meet in the next video loading very soon. If you need training, we are here for you. You pay for the training, we'll train you very well to manage your poultry. Bye.